Is Ethiopia a failed state?
What exactly does it mean to be a failed state? Whatever it means, it is not a failed state. But I'm not so sure that we know what it means to be a failed state according to this model. I believe the indices themselves are radically insufficient to give us a sense of what's going on in Ethiopia. It's a huge political experiment in an incredibly complex society, a very old country whose claim to being one of the cradles of civilization should be taken seriously.
Why is there such a wide gap between rich and poor in Ethiopia?
You know, Heritage Foundation's Index of Economic Freedom, huh? Mm-hmm. A similar thing, and they fault us for the opposite reason. We're often accused of being sometimes a bit too socialistic because the nation is composed of small landholders and the 85% that are on the land control the land. There isn't strict property over the land, but usufructory rights, security of tenure is also provided. But the mainstay of the agrarian economy are the small farmers. Maybe, I don't know, you might think of Iowa. Of course, the farms in Iowa are far larger, more technological, but it is, the state is populated by small farmers. That's the ideal. So I don't think inequality in that sense is intended because still we have now put in place a market economy, but still it has not developed in such a way that huge inequities of the kind that you mentioned should exist.
How does the Ethiopian government respond to charges that it has abused and detained journalists and political opponents?
Remarkable, by the way, that Eritrea is ranked number 50 and Ethiopia is ranked, what is it, 18?
18. And
that it fares even better on the Human Rights Index. You know, for example, it doesn't have a press. Press is illegal. And if you have an arrangement where press is illegal, then there are no violations against members of the press because there are no members of the press. Eritrea doesn't have a constitution, not even something resembling an edict or whatever pronounced by the head of state. Ethiopia is a constitutional government. Ethiopia is a government undergoing vast transformations in every area, and all the problems notwithstanding, and there are problems in the advance towards democracy. Now, I am not going to say that many things that are disturbing may not happen. They happen in this country. And we expect more could happen in a country which is an aspiring democracy, an emergent democracy. But as a matter of systematic policy, conscious systematic policy, this is not the case. You know, so if you are asking me whether there are any instances of this kind, I honestly believe that this is not the case.
What about allegations of government-sanctioned beatings of members of the opposition party?
You know, I mean, say Rodney King suffers indignities of the kind we all witnessed. How would you respond? Is the US government responsible for the thuggish behavior of course the US government is not going to be indicted. If there are specifics, let's look at it. But it's impossible to respond to that. I couldn't make accusations of that nature about any mature democracy. I couldn't.